a loop artist with me, Eddy Allen. Let's do this. Let's take a little look at the equipment I have. Come on, let me show. So this is the Boss RC30 loop station. It's actually called dual track looper. Now, I used to have a single Boss pedal, looks like this, but it's red. The RC1, I believe it's called. But I got this one because I wanted to, start using a microphone and have more inputs. And also, it's just better. There's just more options here. So that's the loop station. Then I've got, this is the Octave pedal, which basically makes the bass. Come a bit closer, you might want to see it. So when I hit this Octave pedal, I go from guitar sound to bass sound, kind of. And this gives me a bit of extra bass, because it's an equalizer. This is the Equalizer pedal. You can hear that's more fat. Okay, that's that. So we got the looper, the Octave pedal, which kind of makes the bass, and an equalizer. I use this for bass and for solos as well, when I'm making solos, or I need a little bit of extra sound, on stage, or I'm doing a solo. Okay, then I've got this amazing thing here. It's like a drum machine, let's call it, or pads, they're called. This is a DD55. This is an older model of the Yamaha. There's so many sounds here, you've got the drum kits. I use it mainly for bongos. Because that goes with the sort of stuff I'm playing a lot. So then you've got the microphone, which goes from the loop station. So I can record beatbox, or I can record anything else, vocals, record anything else, vocals, shakers, record anything else, vocals, record anything else, vocals, record anything else, vocals, record anything else, So I can record everything with this mic, so that's very useful. Also, what I have here is this keyboard. I don't normally carry a keyboard with me, to be honest. Maybe one day. But this goes straight into the looper also. So same concept. Okay. The microphone here I have. This is important, I had to learn this the hard way, is you need to get, if you're going to use this looper, you get a mic with a switch. So when you record, when you're recording just guitar, or just this, or just this, you turn it off, so it doesn't record the microphone as well, okay? When I first started this, I went on stage and I plugged it all in. I had a microphone without a switch, and there was obviously it was recording everything I was doing. So that didn't go very well, that gig. So learn from my mistakes, children. Let's look at how to loop. Now, using the RC30, which I recommend, especially if you're starting out. How you use it is pretty simple, really. Let's take the guitar here, and I'll just show you. So this is record, loop, and overdub. So let's take a song. I just pressed it there. Press it again, and one more time until the red light goes off, and that means you're now just playing playing without recording now. Then I would go to my bass, the octave pedal, and play a bass line. Then I would come to my drums here, my bongos. And then this one here is stop. So you have record, let's call it loop, stop. Now, to delete this, I would have to press stop and the first pedal, that deletes it. So it's like this. Now, I've learned how to do it with one foot. Normally I'm wearing shoes. Like this. So let's just look at how to make simple beats and how to stay in time with that. Now what I do is, every loop I make, most of the time, unless I'm feeling lucky, I play it one time first, then I loop. This helps you, one, get into the kind of like the rhythm, like the flow, the groove of the hit, you know, of the track, and also it makes it more precise, you know, and it gives you kind of like some time to think about whether you even want to record that, you know. you might play it and be like, actually I'm gonna try something else, you know. So that's just the way I do it. So let's look at how to make a simple beat. So I'm going to play a couple times in this case, and then I'm going to hit record, and then I'm going to hit that again to stop me recording over and over. Okay? So that's still recording now. I'm pressing one more time. It's not recording anything now. Deleted. So I'll do it slower so you can really see when I'm hitting this. I'm hitting this on the 1. 1, right? To loop that section. So let's do it slower so you can see. 1. 1. Okay? Now, stop. So I like to make short loops, and the reason for this is I'm looping various instruments. Now, it's more precise when I make short loops. There's less chance of going wrong. It's like if you were to loop, you know, something that's in like that has like, you know, I don't know, 16 bars. You'd have to play those 16 bars on every instrument, right? So one, it would take a long time, and I've seen this in a lot of loop artists. It just becomes really boring, you know. You're watching them go through all these other instruments, and it's just like, okay, it's kind of boring for me anyway. So if you do short loops, that way it's a lot easier to do it. There's less chance of making a mistake because you don't have to play for so long. 2, it's more exciting, I believe. You know, it's not boring. And yeah, you can get this. You can get a whole rhythm section, let's call it, there really quickly. So I've just hit this, and I can go straight to this. I'm talking about in that way, then that's good. Maybe you noticed at the end there, I left it recording because I was recording 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1, 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1, 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1, 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1, 1 to the 2. So I left it. If you leave it going, it will just keep looping that same little loop that you've made. That same loop you've made will just keep going. So that can be a useful tool sometimes. Let's talk about how to start looping if you have never done it before. This is assuming that you are already a musician, that you play either guitar, keyboards, or drummer, vocals, and so you have some knowledge already of being a musician, and you play an instrument. So I would suggest just get a loop station, obviously, pedal, and plug it all in and just go for it. Just practice, find your own way, your own style, and really just go for it. Just dive deep into it. It's an amazing thing. It actually taught me how to play solos. Before I wasn't a lead guitarist before, really. But because of the loop station, I've been able to really get good at being a lead guitarist. And my rhythms got really good too. It was good already, but because I'm been used to playing with this kind of quite strict form. This rhythm is, when I get with other musicians now, my rhythm's impeccable. As in because they're natural, they're organic players, right? They're humans. So now I'm used to playing with this very strict, almost kind of like a metronome, for years. So when I get with musicians, it's like there's even more flavour there, because I'm used to playing in rhythm so much. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing it. Anyone, even if it's just for practice. But live shows, it's amazing to get out there and play all these instruments. People love it, and I think it's very important to make it interesting. So that means making it live. The problem I see, and the disadvantage I see of most loop artists, they tend to be pretty boring pretty quickly. So how I manage to avoid that is by playing things live first. So, for example, let's take a song like whatever, any song, I would sing first, sing as I sing, and I would sing. It's not my favourite song, but I would sing this song live first for a while, and get people, because then you have this organic feeling about what you're doing, and you're warmed up with the song, Then you can go to the loop station. That's one of the reasons why I started the loop station, is because I wanted to have a solo show where I could play solos, where I could improvise, and so it breaks it up. It breaks up the set. It's a whole different dimension to music, to your show. So let's talk about the transition between playing the loop station part and coming back to live, because like I said before, it's good to start live. For me, that's how I do it. Not always. Sometimes I loop from the beginning of the song, but this way it's pretty good to start live. And then go to the loop station and then come back to live. And what you do is you just maybe you even just before to get yourself back in the groove maybe, and then cut it out, remembering that also you will be obviously a little bit more, you're going to be considerably quieter in volume, so you need to think about that. You need to realise that's going to happen, and this is all about practice as well. This is all about getting the loop station and feeling it out for yourself. Okay. Another suggestion I would have is talking about the loops when you're playing a song that has, most songs have verse and chorus, and some of those choruses are different keys, So it's about choosing what to loop. For example. For example, when I'm looping Wonderwall, which is another one of my favourite songs, I don't loop on the verse, I only loop on the chorus. So like, it's gonna be the day when they never throw it back to you. Like in the verse part, I just play it live. People sing along, people enjoy it. It's got a live feeling to it. Then I start with the chorus, also singing live, and then I'll go. Coming back to eventually the verse again, or the chorus. It's basically about transitioning between the chorus and the verses, choosing which one you want to loop, and I suggest looping the smaller one, or even you could take 2 chords. You could play a song and take 2 chords from that song, which are also in the chorus, and just loop them. Make your own little version of the chorus that is looped. That's what I do a lot. That way, the loop is short, easy to play, and then you can come back to the chorus again, or you can come back to the verse, and it's in the same key, and nobody's the wiser. It's kind of like a little interlude of your own thing. That's what I do anyway, a lot of the time. Let's take a look at looping vocals. Now, there are good things about this and bad things about it. The good things are you could probably get a backing vocal sound, let's call it, from looping vocals. And it's really amazing to also to practice harmonies. It's great. It really helped me in other parts of my music career, using the loop pedal to loop vocals, because then later on I used the same skills in the studio when I was overdubbing and making harmonies for my tracks. So that's some good things about it.